Hey everyone, welcome back. This week in history, September 1st through September 7th. We've got solar storms that fried telegraphs, fires that burned cities, emperors crowned, wars declared, chimps outsmarting stockbrokers, and even the Mona Lisa going missing. It's history with drama and comedy mixed together, so let's dive in. September 1st, 1859, the week kicks off with the Carrington Event, the most powerful solar storm ever recorded. The sky lit up so bright, people in New England read their newspapers at night. Telegraphs sparked, operators got shocked, some machines even caught fire. Imagine your phone charger exploding in your hand. That was their reality. September 1st, 1878, and while the world was buzzing with electricity, another voice joined the conversation. Emma M. Nutt became the first female telephone operator. She worked for Alexander Graham Bell's company for over 30 years. So the next time you're stuck in a phone menu, thank Emma, she made the first connection. September 1st, 1939. But history isn't always bright. On this same date, Germany invaded Poland. The world changed overnight, and World War II began. September 1st, 1985. Decades later, another discovery shook the world. The wreck of the Titanic was finally found, resting quietly after 73 years. Proof that nothing stays hidden forever beneath the waves. September 1st, 1992. And while some things sink, others crash and burn. Australia's naughtiest home videos went on air. And 34 minutes later it was gone, pulled for being way too wild. That's not just short TV, that's like a commercial break with a plot. Now, travel back in time to September 2nd, 31 BC. Think of it like the biggest breakup drama ever, but on boats. Octavian shows up with his navy, and Antony and Cleopatra find out love triangles don't float. The Battle of Actium sinks their love story fast. Rome rises and Octavian becomes Augustus, the first emperor. Meanwhile, September 2nd, 1666, in London, sparks were flying in a different way. The Great Fire begins on Pudding Lane. 3 days later, 13,000 houses are gone. Tens of thousands homeless. London never looked the same again. September 2nd, 1752, comes total calendar chaos. Britain switched to the new Gregorian system, and just like that, 11 days vanished. People went to bed on September 2nd and woke up on September 14th. Birthdays were skipped, rents were missed. Imagine telling your boss, "I swear I didn't skip work. The whole week skipped me." People even rioted, screaming, "Give us back our days." Imagine being so mad at the calendar you're ready to fight it in the streets. September 2nd, 1945, and finally, from fire to peace. On the deck of the USS Missouri, Japan signs the surrender. World War II is over. The globe breathes for the first time in 6 years. September 3rd, 1783, from ending one world war to ending another. On this date, the Treaty of Paris is signed, officially recognizing American independence. Britain basically says, "Fine, good luck paying your own taxes." September 3rd, 1813, a lighter moment, Uncle Sam is born. Samuel Wilson, a meat packer, stamps barrels of beef with US for United States. Soldiers joke that it really means Uncle Sam Wilson, and the nickname sticks forever. September 3rd, 1939, is when history swings back to war. Just 2 days after Germany invaded Poland, Britain and France declare war. Just like that, the world is dragged into World War II. September 3rd, 1993, and to lighten the mood again. A chimpanzee in Sweden outperforms human stock analysts by throwing darts at a stock list. The chimp made more profit than the experts. Turns out bananas weren't the only thing he was good at picking. September 4th, 1609. Now jump to New York's origin story. Henry Hudson sails into Manhattan, meets Native Americans, and unknowingly sets the stage for the most expensive real estate on Earth. Meanwhile, September 4th, 1888, George Eastman patents Kodak. But here's the twist. He supposedly picked the name just because it starts and ends with the letter K, that's it. No deep meaning, no family name, just the letter K sounds cool. And guess what? It worked. Brilliant branding. Meanwhile today, companies spend millions on marketing teams to come up with names like Waymo or Uber. September 4th, 1998. Fast forward again. Two grad students, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, launch Google, a tiny startup that now runs your searches, your ads, and basically your life. September 4th, 2002, and while the internet was taking shape, TV was crowning its first American Idol. Kelly Clarkson took the title. A whole new era of reality TV begins. September 5th, 1698. Russia's Peter the Great wanted his people to look modern. His solution: tax beards. If you wanted to keep your beard, you had to pay a fee and carry a token as proof. The first time in history where facial hair came with a subscription plan. September 5th, 1957. Meanwhile in the Crescent City, a car crashed through a bridge into the Mississippi River. The driver was a priest. He survived, proving once and for all he had the best insurance plan in town. September 5th, 1972. But not all stories end with luck. At the Munich Olympics, terrorists kill 11 Israeli athletes, a tragedy that shook the sporting world. September 5th, 1975. And just 3 years later, a woman named Lynette Squeaky Fromm, a follower of Charles Manson, points a gun at President Gerald Ford. She pulls the trigger, it jams, Ford just keeps walking like nothing happened. September 6, 1522, back to the sea. Magellan's expedition completes the first trip all the way around the world. They set out with 270 men, and only 18 came back. That's not a voyage, that's a horror movie with a map. The Earth is round, sure, but it beat the crap out of almost everybody who tried to prove it. September 6, 1847, Henry David Thoreau leaves Walden Pond after 2 years of simple living. He moves back in with Emerson, proof that even philosophers end up with roommates when rent goes up. September 6, 1901, a tragedy. President William McKinley is shot at the Pan American Exposition. He dies 8 days later. September 6, 1991, and in Russia, Leningrad reclaims its old name, St. Petersburg. Proof that even cities go through awkward phase names. September 7, 1822, Brazil declares independence. Dom Pedro shouts independence or death. Spoiler alert. Independence paperwork was easier than dying. September 7, 1911, poet Guillaume Apollinaire is arrested for stealing the Mona Lisa. He was innocent, but imagine sitting in jail and your cellmate says, "I robbed a bank," and you say, "I borrowed a painting." September 7, 1921, the first Miss America Pageant is held in Atlantic City. Swimsuits, crowns, tiaras, and a new tradition begins. September 7, 1979, finally, ESPN debuts. Sports broadcasting will never be the same. From now on, every dunk, touchdown, and home run gets played on repeat until you can't forget it in your sleep. And that's the week in history, September 1st through September 7th. Solar storms lighting the sky, fires remaking cities. Beards being taxed, empires collapsing, nations declaring independence. Chimps beating investors, priests falling into rivers. And the Mona Lisa almost getting blamed on the wrong guy. We work every day to dig up history's serious moments, and the ridiculous ones too. So hit subscribe, drop a like, and come back tomorrow for more chaos, comedy, and a little accidental learning. For now, I'll leave you with that. Catch you next time.